pointer to array. Allocating the base address of an array to the pointer is called as pointer to an array. So the syntax here is data type star pointer underscore name followed by semicolon. Next, data type array underscore name of some size. So here pointer underscore name is equal to address of array underscore name, which is nothing but it is giving the base address. Or the another representation is pointer underscore name equal to address of array underscore name of some 0 index. The array index is 0, which means we are giving the base address. Base address, that is address of the first element of the array, is allocated by the compiler. Suppose if you know the base address, we can increment the pointer position to the next element and we can trace all the elements which are there in the array. Suppose we declare an array as ARR, int ARR of 5 equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, int star PTR, next PTR is equal to address of array of 0, which means in the base address of 0, we are storing that value to the pointer. If you increment that value, you are going to get the next location. So that we can see practically in pointer arithmetic, that is pointer increment and pointer decrement. Pointer to structures. We can also have array of structure variables, and to use the array of structure variables efficiently, we use the concept of pointers of structure type. We can also have pointer to a single structure variable, but it is mostly used when we are dealing with the array of structure variables. So let us see one example. Hash include stdio.h, struct book, and within this I am writing char name of some size 10, next int price, and I am closing the structure. In main, int main, open the curly brace, struct book A, this is a single structure variable, struct book star PTR, so this is a pointer of structure type. PTR is equal to address of A, struct book B of size 10, which means array of structure variables. Struct book star P followed by semicolon, this is nothing but it is the pointer of structure type. Now here if I am writing P is equal to address of B, so you can clearly observe within this particular example, so there is a concept of pointer to a individual structure, pointer to a group of structure variables, that is represented using arrays. So P is equal to address of B. Next return 0 followed by close. So this is how you are going to assign pointer to a structure type for a single variable, and you are also assigning pointer to a structure type where there is an array of structure variables. Accessing structure members with pointer. To access members of structure using the structure variable, we use the dot operator. For a normal variable, we used dot operator. But when we have a pointer of structure type, we use arrow, that is hyphen followed by greater than sign, to access structure members. Now let us see one example how we can access the structure members using pointers. Hash include stdio.h, struct student, open the curly brace, char name of some size 20, give a semicolon, int number, semicolon, int rank, semicolon, closing the structure student with a semicolon, int main, open the curly brace, struct student of var equal to, I am writing the 3 member list elements, I am directly initializing them, that is within the curly brace Within first inverted commas, I am writing Aravind, and I am writing the number as 35, and I am writing rank as 1. Struct student of star PTR. This is pointer to a structure. Now PTR is equal to address of var. Printf name percentile s slash n comma PTR arrow name. PTR arrow name. So this is how we can access the structure variables whenever we are going to create with a pointer. Next, printf number percentile d slash n PTR arrow number. Next, printf rank percentile d PTR rank. PTR arrow rank followed by semicolon. Next, return 0, close the main. Now what would be the output of this program when you compile it and execute it? The output is name Aravind, number 35, rank 1. So this is the output which you get as part of this particular code. So this is an example for implementing the pointers and accessing the values from the pointer variable using arrow.
Let us see one example program. The next problem statement is to implement the concept of array of pointers. Array of pointers in the sense you have an array in which each and every value which is stored in the array is an address of some other variable. So you can see here int star array of 2, which means I have created an array which is of pointer type. I have created an array which is of pointer type, which means the blocks whatever they have stored in this array will store only the address. Next, I have initialized two variables a equal to 30 and b equal to 2. Here you can see this is how we are initializing the address variables to the corresponding index location. So ARR of 0, I am storing the address of a. In b, I am storing the address of b in ARR of 1. Now after this, once we stored the values, I am accessing the values with the star ARR of I. So in 0th location, what is the value we have, and in first location, what is the value we have. Let me execute this code and show you the output. So the elements of the array are 30, the a value is 30 and b value is 20. So this is how we can implement the concept of array of pointers. The next problem statement is to implement the concept of pointers to structures. To implement the concept of pointers to structures. Now here I am using the header file stdio.h. Next, struct book int what is the book ID, char name of that book, name of the book. Next, float price of the book. So these are the identifiers or the member list elements which I have used in structure book. Next, int main. Now in order to create a normal variable in structure, we create like this, struct book. Here b1 is the first book. Okay. Now in order to create a pointer variable of same type, we write like struct book star ptr, struct book star ptr. Now immediately after this, what we need to do, ptr is equal to address of b1. Ptr is equal to address of b1. This is how we allocate the pointer to the given variable b1. Struct book star ptr. Then immediately we need to write as ptr is equal to book1. Ptr is equal to address of book1. So this is how simple we can initialize a pointer to a given address of variable. The same way we are going to give the structure variable's address to the pointer variable of struct book type. Now here, in order to access this, first let me give the input of this book1 values. Enter the book1 detail. Enter the book1 detail. So in order to access this scanf, I want to store the values within the given location, right? So percentile D is for book ID, percentile S is for name, percentile F is for inputting the price. Now here, how should I input the values is address of PTR followed by, we need to give arrow. This is the one way of how to read the elements using arrow operator followed by book ID, comma, next address of PTR hyphen followed by greater than sign. This is nothing but arrow name. Next, address of PTR comma arrow followed by price. So this is how we are going to read the elements, read the values of the book. Now I want to print them. So let me show the printing of these names. Printf book ID is percentile D. So let me print this book ID ptr hyphen bid. So this is how we get the book ID. Printf, let me show the name of the book to be printed. Name of the book is percentile S. So I am going to use backslash n, specify in the new line backslash n, comma. Here I'm going to represent this with another type of a notation, that is star ptr dot name. So the pointer variables need to be accessed in this way. This is the one type of notation using arrow, and this is the second type of notation, star ptr dot name, semicolon. Next, printf, the price of the book is, percentile. I want to print with two precisions, 0.2f \n, comma, ptr arrow price. So this is how we are going to print the price. The last one is return 0. Now let me execute this code and see whether the given input values are printing or not. So here, enter the book 1 details. I'm entering the book 1 details according to the order. The first one is book ID. So the book ID is 1122. Next, I'm reading book name, C programming. Next, I'm reading the price of this book. Let me take 250 is the price of the book. Now whatever I have read, am I getting all not? So book ID is 1122. Name of the book is C programming, and the price of the book is 250. After dot, I am taking two precisions, 0.2f. So this is how we can implement the concept of pointers to structures. And we can access these elements in two ways. One is using arrow, and the other one is we can use the star given pointer name followed by dot. So these are the two ways of using the pointer to the structure variables. So here I'll just write for your understanding. This is pointer to structure. This representation is a pointer to structure. Next, here whatever the values of arrow, here I have used, this is one way of accessing the values of the structure member element, that is using arrow operator. So arrow operator is a combination of hyphen and greater than sign. Arrow operator is a combination of hyphen and greater than sign. Next, the another way of notation is using indirection. We call it as indirection operator, that is star. Indirection operator, we call it as star followed by dot. Indirection operator star and dot. Indirection operator followed by dot. This is how we are going to do it, star followed by dot. So this is how we can access the elements of pointer to the structures.